Hi there, hello beings, hello guys. So today I'm gonna explain you the method, the technique on how to teleport. For real. Let's go. So, first of all, I'm gonna explain you. My name is Evil Arthur, and I have two channels. This is WoW TV, We Are All One, and the other one I post all musics, spiritual music, like for your spiritual awakening in frequencies and vibrations. So I'm gonna let the link here, so you're gonna pass there to help you activate this teleportation. But first of all, I'm gonna explain you my first experience of teleporting. It's been not since a while ago that I'm desiring even more to teleport. So all comes from our feelings. And I had several videos explaining how it works, the dimensions and all this, to understand how we can fully achieve and activate this teleportation or anything else that is in the fifth dimension, because teleportation is from the fifth dimension. So I'm gonna let the link also here, you pass there to understand, so I'm not gonna enter, if not it's not this theme. The theme is how to activate or how to teleport, okay, for real. First, I'm gonna tell you my experience. So I was driving and I was like already 16 hours without sleep, and I was driving during the night and I was making a long run, and I was driving and I was very tired, but at the same time I was already in this dream awake state, okay? And I was only on the second time knowing this road, okay? And there was nobody in the street, and it was like 2 a.m. and it was all dark. I could only see with the light, and the moon was not so bright, and there was a little stars, but you could not see far away. So I was seeing only the lights of the car till the darkness of the night. So in the middle path of these two, I was like driving and I was focusing on this line between the light and the darkness. So I was like in the middle path, and that remembered me how life works, because we cannot be too much enlightenment or we cannot be also too much darkness. So we have to be a little bit in the middle path to understand and to go through, because the yin yang, it's also solar. You can only control this third dimension if you can walk on the bridge between the enlightenment and the darkness, the light and the dark. And I was focusing this line, and that remembered me also the past and the future. So the middle was the present moment of now. So I was driving and focused on this line, like I was focusing, and suddenly it put me together with my breathing. I was not focusing on my breathing, I was just focused on this line. But like I was not really focused, I was just in this line. Because when you are a little bit like in the dream awake, you are out of you. So you are out of your mind. You are completely out of your mind. You don't have time to think. So you are only on your feelings, like you are dreaming, okay? And I was on this line, and suddenly it happened that my breath matched with the present moment of now, because our breath is also the very present moment of now. It's the most present moment of now you can ever imagine, because we are always breathing. So the breathing, it's what makes us return to the present moment of now. And I was on this line, and then suddenly I had the thought that it's still missing 30 kilometers, I don't know how many miles, to arrive at home. And there was curves also and all, but I was like already automatic driving. I was not really there, I was on this line. And suddenly it happened to me to close the eyes. But once I closed the eyes, I opened instantaneously. So it was like, oh, no sleep, huh? I'm driving. But in this reopened eyes, I was like only 5 kilometers for home. And then I continued to drive, and then I said, hey, what the fuck? I'm already here. I don't remember to be here already. And I was continuous driving on this line again. So it was like nothing happened, but I knew when I look around, I already passed all this. So it was missing only some curves and I would be at home already. So I had like 30 minutes, so 1 minute per kilometer. And suddenly I looked the time, it's like I jumped. I really jumped, but I was not like, what the fuck? Huh? Only reopened the eyes. So what I'm telling you is that the teleportation happens in a flash of eyes. So when you close and reopen, you are already there. So this happened to me in this way, and I was like, I couldn't realize how I could have drive all that miles sleeping. How could I have drive sleeping? It's not possible when you see it that way. So, as it is not possible to drive sleeping with the eyes closed, I jumped. It's very sure I jumped. How could I have been driving with the eyes closed for 25 kilometers? It's like very crazy. With this, I could have an accident, I don't know. So I really jumped that, because I don't remember nothing from this driving. It's like, so I really jumped. And this was the first teleportation. And the second, I didn't jump. So I felt my body vibrate so much, like, and then some thought come to my head, to my mind, and then this vibration terminate. But I was feeling that I would jump in my own will, so it would be different. So I think there's a lot of kinds of teleportation, and one of them is when you are not realizing at all. So it happened. It just happens. And the other one is at your own will, and your own will is what everyone wants to happen. So this one I'm gonna explain you how. And this is all this could happen to you without you do any spiritual practice, but to do the will teleportation, then you need spiritual practice. Why? Because we are all spiritual. And in this kind of dimension, we are very attached to the material world. And this material world belongs to the third dimension. And when you are in the third dimension, you cannot teleport at all. So even if you are on the fourth dimension, that's what I mentioned in another video, so I'm gonna let the link. The fourth dimension, it's controlled by the mind. The mind is very powerful, and it controls all your subconscious, unconscious, and consciousness, and your ego, your thoughts, and imagination, everything this, and is a bridge between the fifth and the third. So the fifth dimension is where your soul resides. That's where your feelings reside. That's where you teleport and you have the perfect life. So fourth dimension, you are still filtering yourself from the third to go to the fifth. So it is the filter. And this fourth dimension has time, has space, and there's separation from love and hate. So they have also light, dark, all this separation. Like the third dimension, but you can manifest a lot of things, but not really the powerful one, because the powerful one is instantaneous. So fifth dimension, it's timeless, spaceless, and limitless. So that's where you start the perfect life. So teleportation will be as easy as fuck, okay, in fifth dimension. So that's where we wanna reach, and I'm gonna tell you how. We don't need to be in the fifth dimension to explain someone how to do it. And there's some principles we have to follow. That is the laws of the universe. I don't like to call laws, but for you to understand this better like that way. One of the law of the universe is that nobody understands is, for example, I'm doing this video and some people will comment in the video like saying, why don't you teleport right now? It's like, really, man? You cannot do anything, someone reclamate. It's like crazy. Look, just listen this law, and then you will understand for all your life how this fucking shit works, man. Look, one of the first ones is never prove to the next one the things you can do. For example, if you know how to teleport or to send a telepathy message or do some superhuman power thing, Superman, I don't know, you cannot prove the other to, for example, you cannot prove to the other like, hey, look what I do, I know how to do it. Like, you are misguiding what the universe actually is, because, for example, when we say universe or God, it's the same thing. God, he doesn't need to prove himself to be God, because he's all there is. So if you prove yourself, you're gonna put the universe in just one thing that it is not, because the universe is everything, is the whole. So you're gonna put him in just one thing and you're gonna fail, because the universe is not that, it's everything. So you're gonna make a judgment over it, because you say, hey, look at me, I know how to do this, I'm better than you. So you're gonna fail, because you can do one time, but you're gonna lose the power. That's why you don't see in the television or in your sites, like if you search you don't see people doing these kind of things, because they know this law. This law is for everyone. You can do one time, but after you can die or you can lose your powers. So never prove yourself. You can prove to yourself, but not to others. So if you share your power to the next one, make sure you are not making concurrence or doing better than him, because everyone is doing the best they can. So you cannot prove themselves, so you can only show themselves how to do it in a form of reuniting everyone as love. There you are correct. So for example, hey, let's do it everyone this. Let's concentrate our power and do it. But not like, hey, I'm better than you. Look, I'm the only one I can do it. So you're gonna lose. You're gonna fail. And another law is you cannot manipulate the universe. You cannot manipulate your mind. So your mind, for a lot of people, it's the best they can do it, but also for a lot of people, it's the trouble, because it doesn't let you go to your feelings. But it's not true. You just have to be one with your mind, because you cannot free him, or you cannot destroy the ego or destroy the mind. No, you have to be one with them. So this is a lesson. The mind, you have to be one with them. And to be one with the mind, you just have to focus in one thing at a time. What that means is, if mind has time and space and some limits, your mind doesn't believe you can teleport. So the only way you can teleport using your mind is to use your feelings. So because your feelings manifest instantaneous, and your mind needs time to manifest. So because your mind reacts what you act. So your feelings act and your mind react over it. So what your feelings do instantaneous, the mind is gonna see, and then makes, So you have to be one with your mind with just one thought. So you don't let other thoughts come in. So you focus just in teleportation, day and night, day and night, day and night, and practice the same thing with your feelings. and then you're gonna fuse your fifth dimension, which is the feelings, with your mind and with your third dimensional body, and will become a fusion, and you teleport. So you cannot manipulate, so you have to be always truthful. You have to be the truth, okay? So you cannot make things like to get something from it. So for example, you help somebody to get something in back from him. No, this is one of the law of the universe. You cannot manipulate that. You cannot lie to yourself. But everything is true, because you already had experienced that in somehow. And we are here to do always the truth, because your mind knows all the truth, okay? And you cannot lie to your mind and to your feelings, because your feelings are the truth. So follow all the time the truth. And another law I cannot mention right now, because it will come as your progress, okay? Maybe I'm not remember right now, but I think there's another one, but you're gonna get it, okay? Because this I didn't listen from somebody. I just got from my feelings, okay? So to do this, we gotta meditate. In this meditation, you make a deep breath, all from your nose. And it's better you do in a quiet place. You can do in nature, but I prefer to do at night, so you choose, okay? And without lights. If there's the sunlight, then it's different, but try to be in the dark. That's why a lot of masters have meditated in the caverns, in the caves. So you start this meditation and you clear your mind by focusing on your breath, but let your breath breathe. Don't press the breath, just watch the breath and be one with the breath, okay? And once you are on this current, you're gonna travel yourself to your feelings, so to your belly, not to your head. And this is how it started to change my meditation, because if we wanna achieve the fifth dimension, to start our perfect life and to activate our perfect human being, to be one with our soul as our higher self, we have to enter the fifth dimension, still living on the third dimension. But your feelings are here. You feel here, not here. Here is your head, where control all the thoughts and imagination and all this. And that's why many of my meditations, of meditating so much sometimes, it started to hurt my head. Then I say, whoa, I cannot even meditate. And now that I'm concentrating here on the feelings, on the belly, it started to change everything and started to vibrate my body. So that's where our soul resides. That's the secret. So you meditate focusing on your belly, on your feelings. Imaginate going to the fifth dimension, where you're gonna meet your higher self, your soul, here on the feelings. So you are like not going to the mind and going to your fifth dimension. So you are not going to the fourth dimension, you are going direct to the fifth dimension. And this will cause an impact on your body and mind and soul, which allows you to start to receive energy from your soul. And so you're gonna start to receive message, and even if you don't teleport in the first time, you're gonna do it with you're gonna have to follow the flow, because even if your feelings, your soul is timeless and spaceless and limitless, you still have your mind. So you are transcending your mind to be out of your mind and be one with the soul. That's the fucking secret, man. So just do this belly meditation, or I call a new name. So belly meditation, it is deep breaths till you are very relaxed, and then watch your breath and imagine it going to the belly. So you don't have nothing at all with the mind, you don't care about thought, and you go to the belly. And wherever thought it comes, you watch the breath and then watch the belly. So in the meanwhile you watching your breath, you go to the belly. So you imaginate yourself like in a space, travel through a tunnel, and which this light in the end is your belly, which is, don't imaginate the belly physically, but imaginate your higher self, which is here down. It's good to know that you have to accept it and put it in your way of meditation, that it is in the belly, but don't imaginate the belly on its own. Just imaginate that the local you are going is here, because it will tell you that you are on the feelings and not on your mind. So we have to be out of our minds to teleport, to allow to teleport, or to allow to enter the fifth dimension. We have to be out of the mind, man. That's for sure, man. Because the mind cannot accept or understand the teleportation. So once you do it, the mind will start to believe, because you cannot lie to your mind. So your soul does teleportation instantaneous all the time. It is their way of travel. It's the time travel on its own, and the mind not. So you, by making a first teleportation, your mind will start to believe. So that's where what I have told to my mind, that time I teleported with the body physically, so that my mind starts to accept this idea. So now I'm going only on the feelings, because you have to be the feelings first and then the mind. So that's the problem of many people. They stay on the fourth dimension, this black magician and all these people that control all our world through the Illuminati and all this, they are all stuck in this fourth dimension, because the fourth dimension has the higher and the lower, and they are on the lower part. So they can do extraordinary things, of course, they can cross things through the body and don't feel any pain, but it's because they have controlled the mind, but they didn't enter the love of the fourth dimension, and not also the feelings, that is the fifth dimension. So they are there stuck, and they don't accept the whole there is love, okay? And that's the problem, that I don't want you to stay there. If it's your deepest desire to be there, then okay, go for it. You have the way how to do it. But if not, don't go there, because if you want to return or something, it will be very hard. So you have to accept the enlightenment love of all there is. And one of the laws that I really love, this one, is forgive everything, accept everything, and love everything. By accepting everything, it means that you don't judge anything. So you accept everything, but you are not following everything. So that doesn't mean by accepting everything, you are not following these things. For example, you accept, if you don't smoke, and you accept someone smoking, doesn't mean that you are following him to smoke. So you are accepting because it exists. So you are, all there is exists, accepting. But doesn't mean you are following that. So by accepting and forgiving everything, you are not judging. So you are the all there is that exists right now, accepting everything like nature. And then love everything is the all there is and all there is not. And this is the principal law. Because to teleport, you have to accept yourself, to accept the nature you are going in and going out and all this. So you cannot, for example, if someone teleports to you right now and you are scared, then that means you don't accept everything. You are like, whoo. So the only enemies of the human being is fear and guilt. This is the only enemies. So forget these things. You are more than that, okay? And that's the technique. So I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, that's the truth. So follow me in these social media links. I'm gonna let you, and follow the music if you like. I have all kinds of music, and feel free to comment your experience to me and share this video if you like to others. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, then please hit the subscribe button, and by clicking the bell, so that I continue to be honest with you and share my experience, so that we can all interact with our experience and awakening our spiritual beings, okay? So, namaste, shareness, oneness.